Hey everyone, welcome back. Astro Brie here to do some astrology for you. So this is December 2021. After working with a few of my regular clients, I looked into quite a few lunar returns for this month, and the transits are pretty intense. I did want to bring attention to everybody. It's not so much about retrogrades, as obviously those are important. This December is much more about conjunctions and exits and entrances of signs. Okay, so let's get into it. On the 1st of December, we start with a really creative aspect where Neptune's getting aspected both by Mars and by Venus. So that's nice. But it's actually the new moon on the 4th, where 12 degrees of 12 degrees of Sagittarius and Gemini will and Pisces and Virgo, because it completes the mutable axis. There'll also be a lot of effect. There's going to be identification, personification, reaffirmations for selves, reaffirming a lot of cyclical natured things. This new moon is an encapsulation on a place that was very heavily aspected in 2019. 12 degrees Sagittarius took a hit, and it will take more. So if you have 12 degrees of any of the mutable signs, this one's big for you. Sun, moon, rising, or chart ruler at any of the degrees that I mentioned for this horoscope video, take note. The 6th of December, Mars will sextile, like Mars is all this month, by the way. Mars will sextile Pluto, and on the 8th, it will square Jupiter. It's in dignity and power where it's handling shit, and it had just dealt with Neptune getting like all bumped up by Neptune. So I honestly feel like there could be a lot of aggressive authority triggered moments for a lot of people. Those with degrees of the earth signs at 24 or 23, of the water or air signs, like this will be a really personal experience. You'll identify with, again, 23 and 24 of earth and air and water. Those degrees are really getting smoked by this. On the 11th, the nodes will be shifting signs, starting to shift signs in the last degree, first degree, last degree of Gemini and Sagittarius. And when this happens, the biggest asteroid in our astrologically counted solar system series is with this eclipse turning point as it happens. This is on the 11th. This is the same day that Venus and Pluto make a conjunction at 24 degrees Capricorn. The 15th, so 4 days after that, Mars will enter the nodes. Will enter Sagittarius 0 degrees. And when it does this, it will oppose Ceres, and there, I believe, will be a very domestic, aggressive energy that happens. I do believe new rules and restrictions on what people are allowed to do and say will be implemented at this point. And the rebellion that comes with that will be related. Venus will start retrograding on the 18th of December at 26 degrees Capricorn. And then 2 days later, we have a full moon at 28 degrees Sag. Mercury, which is like the full moon ruler, will actually be at 10 degrees Cap and making a square to the moon. So the moon's ruler will be squaring itself on a full moon. There's a lot of, and it's in the last degrees of Sag and Gemini. Well, it's at 10 degrees. The full moon is at 28 degrees. Sag and Gemini. So 28 degrees of any of the signs on the full moon, you'll be main characters in everybody else's experience. That's Sun, Moon, Rising, and chart ruler. The 23rd to the 28th, we start having some real generational transit happening. That square between Uranus and Mars really takes effect at 11 degrees. Again, like I mentioned before, the new moon was at 12, and the square, although it's in a different sign, it never disregard the connection of just having the same digit on the degree, because it does affect, positive or negative, it will have a effect. And last but not least, on the 29th, Jupiter will progress into Pisces. And this is the second time this happened earlier last summer for like a second before it retrograded out. So that's exciting. And that's December, everybody. Christmas, political, and old versus new. Big highlighting energy, old versus new, with a lot of Mars influenced by New Year's Eve. I am not wanting to put any negative projections out into the world, but I will say that this last month of the year is going out with a bang, and people will be heated. Mars is in its power, really happy where it is until the 15th, and then it becomes blazing. When Mars goes into Sagittarius, you lose the beauty that is the directive, precise energy of Mars, and it becomes chaotic flame in Sagittarius. So the 15th of December, I do want to say that I see something happening on a personal, and then there's a micro and macro level with society, where it comes about personal wellness versus collective drive, and collective moral compass versus natural and domestic knowledge. Okay, so that's my blah blah blah. I love you all. Thank you so much. Bye.